Unmute. There we go. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to some D&D. As it's feels like it's been forever, but I think that's because of a week of COVID recovery has kind of thrown off my my time scales. So, but anyway, we're back. We're here to enjoy some D&D. Hope you guys will enjoy tonight. And as usual, we're gonna have Adrian doing our recap, and then we're gonna jump right into things and get things moving. So, here we go.
I'm just seeing this slow degradation of my handwriting.
Sure.
Okay. So last session we started day 4 of our trip. We arrive in the bay. Garvin has a very meta, very valid question, and Murray becomes an octopus and scouts ahead. Sahiri communes with her god, and she gets a feeling that in a certain direction we find a clearing over there, and Sahiri uses Speak with Dead to commune with some dead sailors that we find in this clearing. We had to dig them up first, but we learned that we learned that there may be treasure on the island, and we enter a hidden mine. Within, we found some broken boxes and fought 2 stone golems, took a short rest, and slowly and carefully ventured on. Coco and a bird eater spider version of Murray find an office behind a trapdoor. Within is a ledger of stolen goods and shipwrecks. Ships wrecked, excuse me. On the other side, a hidden port, which we will use to have Captain Legs park the ship so we can rest and regroup, because holy crap did we take a lot of damage in that fight. At least I did.
I don't know
Yeah.
what damage is. I just got beat up.
Yeah, we got the crap beat out of us. It was a bad time. And now we're just chilling in the port that we found in this weird mine carved out of the side of a mountain that's clearly been used by a group of pirates / smugglers to take down shipments and collect their goods. And my Sirenscape is out of date.
Still plays music. You're fine for now.
Yeah, still play.
But so yeah, you guys are in this large essentially a port. So you guys came out of this long tunnel where these giant stone spiders seem to have come out of, and you see open air to the west, a very large overhang of rock, but then the inside's all kind of carved out to form this port. There's there's 2 docks that hold the ability of to hold the 2 ships of decent size. And it looks like there's another entranceway kind of going off to the east, further down from where you guys are, because you guys are coming in from the north side.
Yeah, I think last session we had
Or from the south.
sent word back to Captain Legs to come to this harbor so that we could sleep on the boat.
I think we ended rope tricking.
Yeah, we were in the rope trick area. Yeah,
Well,
we were resting, planning on talking
that
to
was-
everybody and getting everything set up.
Yeah, I don't think we'd quite
Oh,
done the
I
right thing.
didn't-
I think you'd voiced the thought, and I think we were like in the rope trick thing. But
Yeah, okay, we
hadn't
were
gone
still
that
in the
far.
rope trick. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
Oh, it was a whole power outage situation. I think we ended that, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it was kind of like last minute, like, whoops. Okay, yeah.
I know. I think we talked about it, and Garmin's like, "Yeah, I can do that, but I'm resting right now."
Yeah,
that's what
he's
I,
like,
that's what I
"Sure,
remember
later."
In
And I was
my
like,
mind, like, yes, let's do this.
Yeah, you guys
We had
had
an early end.
short
We
rested.
had an early end. That's
yeah,
what it was.
that's true. Because I had
Yeah.
stuff.
So you guys had been basically rope tricked into this little pocket dimension, but you can still see clearly out around the room, and that now that's what you got to kind of see in this entire wet area. You see a set of double doors that go off east out of where the port area is, where the docks are. There's no other doors that you can see.
All right. I'm gonna pull out the lantern. Just gonna kind of light it up, and just for the sake of curiosity, take a nice look around. Let the lantern's light hit everything, just in case anything shows up.
Okay. And as you're lighting around, you don't notice any like hidden invisible objects or doors or anything like that.
Worth a try. Good idea.
I mean, what's the plan? Are we exploring here?
I think we already did. I mean, we went down pretty much every avenue. There's nothing there. This place hasn't been used for at least a decade, if more.
Was there any area that we hadn't explored in here then?
Just a set of double doors to the east.
Okay. Well, what about those, Murray?
Back. I look at Coco. Okay.
I mean, we
I
did
mope
rest.
my way down the rope. Uh,
Mope on a rope.
mope on a rope.
No, it'd be dope on a rope.
Oh wow! Hey, did you guys feel that? There's a cold shiver and like I got a little bit of a headache there. Oh jeez. Ooh.
Don't
Someone's
worry
mad
about
at
it.
me.
There's probably a bard around.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Last time I heard that, I woke up with a tattoo. Okay.
Well, good luck then. Bye.
Okay.
I'm not
I'm
going.
just gonna sheepishly kind of like a 5-year-old kid.
I'm
Like
gonna walk up
hinting
there
he
with
doesn't
you.
want to go alone. Okay.
Oh, Coco's already gone on her way.
Oh,
Yeah. I was like, what is Murray looking at? I see no Coco.
you guys
Presumably.
you guys are too quiet. That's not fair.
I mean, normally you complain
Okay.
I'm not quiet, but whatever.
Oh no, these doors might be locked. And I turn back into the big bird eater spider.
And as you're looking around, there's no gap that you can find. This thing is flush with the stonework.
Garvin actually sits there and laughs at you audibly out loud.
I start climbing Coco. Back on my perch on her head.
Is there a mechanism or anything that looks like it might?
You can give me an
Trigger this?
investigation check. How are you actually investigating this?
Well, it's
Garvin's gonna
the
back
doors are completely flush. You said.
They're with the bottom, like there's no gap on the bottom or top or in the sides for anything to go through. But it looks like a door. I mean, you can definitely tell it's a
Okay,
door. It's not hiding itself as being a door. It's just pretty well
So,
sealed.
is there handles or a locking mechanism of any kind?
It looks like there's two handles on one on each side of the door. And it does look like it possibly has just from visually inspecting it, you can see it might have a lock of some sort.
Okay, I'm just gonna check and see if A, the lock is engaged, and B, if it looks like it might be trapped in any way.
Okay. Um,
Probably choose wild shapes that have more HP.
it's number one, it's definitely locked. Number two, it does look like there's some complex mechanism within the tumbler of that.
Hey, we'll pull out her thieves' tools and attempt to disable the whole shebang. Which
I'm going
is
to place myself between her shoulder blades on her back.
and there is no roll for thieves' tools, so
We can always
I'm just
manual that
gonna-
in then later.
Dexterity
I'm
plus
just gonna-
proficiency.
yeah, exactly. And so that'll be that's the. All right, so I'll just do Dex, and then we'll add 4 to that. So 27.
Okay. As you go to pick the lock, you hear a snap as you seem to have disabled whatever mechanism was in there,
Yay!
and the door, you hear an audible click for the door.
Coco has been practicing ever since the killer clown incident.
Let's not talk about
Traps are never getting me ever again. That was one killer clown too many.
Just get a thumbs up for Madrid. Like,
Do the
yay.
doors open towards us or the
Yeah,
other direction?
they pull open.
They pull open. All right, so Coco will pull open.
Okay, so
The doors and
you
take a
slide
look.
the door, and as you do, you kind of get a it's almost like a sucking sound as you pull the door, almost like it was sealed.
That's
Interesting.
As you peer in, you see it's a 15 by 15 room, but there are crates loaded inside.
like a hermetically sealed room. That's the kind of sound.
Yeah.
Like there's no other.
Yikes!
It's its own room. Okay, I'm gonna turn around and look at Garvin, and then like spider language, tell her to wait, and I'll go in.
He's telepathic.
Not really. I mean, to be honest, I speak spider too, but Garvin just pulls out the lantern and just scans the room.
Okay, and as you're scanning around, there's nothing invisible hiding. There's no hidden doorways or secret entrances or anything like that. The room is exactly what it looks like.
Adjun is
Deflated spider stops in his tracks.
carefully, just carefully and not super subtly. Like, you know that thing that people do where they're like trying to be subtle, but they're not subtle. He's doing that, poking through the boxes.
Okay, so as you open up the first box, you see there's a load of, it looks like paintings. Looks like there's about 4 of them. Not the great,
Jackpot.
not great quality, but they might be worth something if you were to sell them.
They're worth something. I'm a sorcerer.
As you're actually digging through underneath of that, there's another like case underneath, and as you open that up, you see there's these there's 3 vases that look immaculate. They look porcelain, very high value. That definitely seem to be worth more than the other items themselves.
Just regular vases or like jars of specific
They're-
shape.
They're very intricately detailed. They're all hand painted, but they're all very, very fine work. These
Would
are
fetch a good amount of coin.
yeah, these might have been commissioned by some noble somewhere. That the quality of them is that high.
First thing I'm gonna do is sketch them. Second thing I'm gonna do is carefully put that box into my bag of holding.
Okay.
You
Ugh,
have to
I'm
put
just gonna
base by
re-Murray.
base, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be able to put the box.
That was useful.
I don't know. How big is the box?
I don't want to just put loose, you know.
They're
It's a
well,
glassware.
space.
yeah, it's a
True.
planar space. You could just take them in there. That'd be easier. The width is only 2.5 feet wide, like and a foot deep. So you could get it from that, but it's like a 4 foot tall, 4 feet long.
You tear the bag, then you're.
Yep. Never mind. Just gonna sketch it and put them back in, and then put it near the door. I guess I'm not strong enough. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Features and traits. Did I use it already?
So
No,
that
I
was
didn't. I'm
that
gonna
was
use
the
my,
in the first box.
I'm
This
gonna
is what I
use
pay
my
sailors to
furball
lift.
detect magic.
I need to see what is detect magic's limitations.
30 feet. Faint aura, visible.
Didn't
3
you
feet of aura.
didn't
Okay,
you
never
use
mind.
your hidden is that the same as hidden step or is that
No,
different?
hidden step is where I turn invisible for a turn. I did that during the.
think it's 2
Smash
racial
Smash
dailies.
Spider guys.
So with detect magic, you notice from the box in the opposite corner, you see a number of objects radiating different magical properties.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm just gonna point at that box. Okay. We should probably pay attention to this one. This one's got glowy bits.
Any necromantically glowy bits?
Take a look.
Ooh, that's a question. That's a good question. I would say necromancy for me would be like a blackish green glow.
Let's see, you saw divination, you saw... I think that is... I don't know. I don't remember what some of these are. Because they don't actually tell you what they are, of course. One is enchantment. Actually, I'd say most of them are enchantment. One of them is divination.
Most of them are just your regular magic-y stuff, but there's something in there that's it's a little different, but it doesn't give me the
And then
So
there is
not
another...
one of the phylacteries that we're looking for.
I mean, we haven't actually found a phylactery, so I wouldn't even know if I would actually notice necromantic. I mean, would it
Please
be
just
necromantic?
say
Would it be
yes.
transmutation?
Please
be
just
like, I
say
don't know.
yes.
And there's another one that's
It's
conjuration.
been a day. Oh,
Oh,
Garvin's already digging through this. He's
yeah.
Okay,
One of those might have something in it.
and then there's some other stuff as well. So, you find a bag inside there that contains a number of scrolls. As you open them and look at them, you see a spell scroll of aura purity. I'll post these later. A scroll of aura purity, a scroll
wow.
of greater invisibility.
Ooh.
Because it was just the two. And then another thing you see is a almost like a belt pouch, and on it are a number of different potions. Two of them are this dense purple liquid with an ovoid cloud of pink floating in it. There are 3 other potions in there that are it looks like almost like liquefied iron. It's this really thick metallic looking potion. There is another, let's see.
Like mercury?
Kind of.
Okay.
But it's more like
like darker.
really like it's darker because it's more like iron than
Okay.
mercury.
Yeah.
3 of the other ones, they're it's a transparent liquid, but there's like a sliver of something floating around in it, and it's giving out, it's like this almost frosty blue color. And then there is one more potion that is this blue potion, and it's bubbles and steaming. It's almost like it's boiling inside the actual jar. And then also in there, you find a bag, a small bag. And as you open it up, inside, there are a number of beans.
Beans!
Sold the cow for some magic beans.
Haven't
Is
we
it
had
something
beans
common enough
before?
Garvin might know what the beans are?
Probably.
Haven't we had magic beans before?
Not in this.
Garvin's gonna try and just kind of, just slide those into his robes unnoticed. The bag of beans. I'm gonna do a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
23.
I
beats
think
my
that's above
passive.
everybody's passive, so I think even
Yep.
Coco's isn't that high.
Yeah, Coco doesn't.
Nobody
she's
needs
more
to know these
observant
guys
than-
right now.
That's right.
I think for the sake of things, he's gonna hang on to them.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a bag of beans. So, and then there's one other smaller box, but inside you find a number of gems and some loose
nice.
coins as well. There are 10 gems that look higher quality than the other ones. And then there's 7 more that are kind of like mundane, plain looking, different colors of gems. But you find it looks like 700 gold pieces and another 50 platinum pieces in that box.
Wowza.
Nice.
Who's gonna record that?
I want to take one of the gold pieces. Hey,
Oh,
you guys
nah,
mind if I
never
hold
mind.
on to this? You guys mind if I hold on to this one gold piece?
No, go for it.
Okay, thank you.
I'll make sure I got my numbers right on those potions. 1, 2.
I have a plan.
Murray, if you need gold, you know you just have to ask, right?
Oh, I'm not gonna buy stuff with it. I just want it. Souvenirs.
I don't
you know?
care what you're gonna do with it, but you know we have a lot, right? You know that.
Eh,
Okay.
I don't need anything.
Yep. Okay,
I
that looks
know.
right.
Just souvenir. That's all.
It's impossible to gift.
And if you
anything to
guys do want to identify on those potions at all, just let me know and we'll spend the time and I'll give you what they exactly are. And
yeah, I
or
was gonna.
it's gonna take a while.
I was gonna
No
say
worries.
like, well, guys, if I know Garvin, and I usually do, we're gonna be here for a minute.
It's all right. Look, these scrolls are kind of interesting though.
Yeah. Those look expensive. Nice vellum.
I'm gonna drop my bag of holding. Hey guys, here, if in case you need something there, I'm gonna go swim off and tell Captain Legs where the cove is. You guys mind?
No, I do not.
Okay.
So,
Let's see if you
that
know the
sounds like a
difference between a
good
killer
thing.
whale and a shark.
is this like
Oh,
a bandolier of potions? Is that what I'm imagining?
It's more like a belt. So it's like
Utility belt.
Garvin kind of like just dangles the potions towards Coco. You want them? Like unsure. Like
She doesn't know what they are, but sure.
We don't know what they do yet, but it could be cool, or it could be catastrophic.
Garvin just passes her the belt.
Oh well.
I mean, it makes the most sense in his mind. Whatever they are, they're gonna come in the most hands of like you can't do much outside of what you do. So
Nope.
let's see what else we can give you.
Coco will. Oh. Either if they're on a belt or just arrange them in such a way that she
Yeah,
can
it's
have
it's a
relatively easy access.
it's a belt you can have around your waist that has easy access to all of them. And so there's a total was it 2, 8,
5,
9,
8.
I think it's 9 potions.
Yeah,
A few
Yeah.
of them are the
it's a
same.
lot of potions.
Well, that's what you guys ended up rolling with your rolls, so
That was
Those
a lot of
three.
rolling.
There was a lot of dice.
a lot of similar
Yes.
low rolls.
Yes.
So, but that's what you guys found.
Nope.
Looks like this was definitely a haul of some sort that either was forgotten or was expecting to come back for. It never was.
So you're gonna figure out what those do before you let her drink them, right?
I mean, it's up to her if she wants me to.
I mean,
Garvin
Yes,
just
please.
shrugs.
it feels irresponsible to hand our friend potions that we're not sure what they do.
Maybe we could do it on the ship, right?
Yeah.
Irresponsible has never stopped us before.
Hey, who taught you that? You're not supposed to say those words. I mean, it's not false, but hurtful.
So I'd say it takes Murray probably 15 minutes to get back out to the ship, and another hour before the ship's able to get pulled back into the port.
Yeesh.
Just because it's not easy to see from the outside, and if you don't know what you're looking for,
Yeah, that's why like Murray
Rocks.
goes through the cove and then goes out to check the rest so he can kind of map the path.
so
all the way
when
down.
you go out, are you going out through the port, or you're going back the way you guys
the
came
port.
out and going? Okay,
I'm
as you
gonna
come
turn
out,
into
you
a sea lion, and then I'm gonna have to
you find yourself right out in the on the western coast in the ocean itself. You're not even in the
Oh.
cove.
Ah.
So this, whatever the cove kind of comes up, and then you guys are off.
Mhm.
It kind of cut back into where you guys were. You guys are literally on the edge of the mountain that's out, facing into the ocean on the western side.
Okay.
Coolio.
So about an hour and a half total. You guys see a ship slowly moving its way into the dock.
I assume it's our ship.
Yeah, and you recognize it immediately. You see Captain
Oh, I'm
Banks
like
up at
Captain Morganing on the front of the ship, looking all like important.
As a sea lion still, or
Oh no, I can't talk to people as a sea lion. That's crazy.
I'm just imagining a Captain Morgan sea lion.
the.
yeah,
And I wish that's what you were doing. And I'm slightly
yeah.
disappointed now.
I mean, you
Eh.
could burn it. You could burn another one just to do it.
No,
We're
I turned
gonna-
into
we're
a
gonna go to
spider,
sleep.
and then I turned into a sea lion. I'd have to rest for 10 minutes, and I mean, technically I could, but whatever.
You
You're
could
too
use
excited.
the hour on the boat before it gets to us.
I mean, it could,
He's too excited to be up there.
but this is worth it. Murray gets to do something. He's happy. I contributed.
You always contribute.
Murray saves our bacon on the regular.
Yeah. So does Sahiri.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
guys have the ship out there. You guys are now hanging out within this port underneath of this mountain range. What do you guys do?
Nap time.
Isn't it still only like
It's-
maybe midday at
It's
this point?
midday.
Yeah.
So
You
what
guys
are we
aren't
doing the
trying
rest of
hard
the day,
enough.
guys?
Lounge.
Gonna identify some potions.
That. I'm gonna lounge. I'm useless at that part. Unless I drink it, in which case, we'll know what it does.
I think there's
Probably.
4 potions, so you could probably 4 hours. You can be able to identify what all of them are.
Had we fully laid the dead to rest? I
Yeah.
know we had started. I wasn't. We
Yeah, that's
finished
why
that,
it's
okay.
about midday at this point, not evening yet, because you guys did that and explored inside, dealt with the spider golems, and arrived inside. So yeah, it's probably actually early afternoon, less midday. So probably 2 or 3 bells at this point.
I mean, I'll hop off and I'll try to get the half orc to come with me. Like, hey man, we gotta go. There's some heavy shit there. If you want to come help me, they're muscles.
Yes, please.
Murray's superhero jumps off the boat.
So what are you going to haul off?
Well, there's like you said,
Yes.
there's like a giant like 4-foot vase. There's like boxes of shit. So we
No,
might
no,
as well
the
just keep-
the box holding the vases were
oh
were
well,
4
I
foot
mean, it's a
wide.
big box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're smaller,
For-
intricately made vases, so they're awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as they're not like weird shapes.
It's
I
more
just watched
the
episode 4 of
design
Breaking Bad.
and the quality of them that are high.
Okay.
So, all right. So if you're gonna take 4 hours, let me give you what your potions are.
No canopic jars. Yet.
Yet. What do you mean yet?
Don't worry about me.
I'm typing these out, but you got up 2 potions of mind reading,
Choo.
3
Ooh.
potions of invulnerability, 3 potions of frost giant strength,
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Good lord.
and a potion of heroism.
That
Oh,
frost
yeah.
giant.
heroism is so good.
and Garvin will go through and tell you like the basics of these things. I think. Yeah, big strength.
Wow.
Resistance to damage, mind reading. You know, protection against like the fear caused by very like otherworldly things.
Killer clowns.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably what he would use as an example for you. So yeah, you get all the basics of what they do. Points out the colors, gives you the info. That's actually awesome. Those are all things she could use.
Yes, they are. Coco is very, very pleased.
What a hulked out rogue. Whoa.
For
And-
for all yeah, for all the good it'll do her, all most of her weapons are finesse for a reason. But you never know when
Hello.
you might need to be extra strong or when you might need a friend to be extra strong.
Garvin,
Hey, man.
do me
I've
a
always
favor. Roll
found on
me
a
3d4.
Or like normal level strong.
I never
I've
rolled how
always
many
found on
beans
a
were there.
rogue. 3d4. Okay, hold
Yep.
on. I've always found on a rogue that strength comes in handy when you end up overextended while stealthing and stuck in a place where your dex isn't working.
Yes.
Like almost always, do you need strength in some of those cases?
Yes. Also for like climbing and stuff.
When
Because
you don't
climbing is
have boots of flying.
yes.
9 beans.
So you
Well,
found so there are
once you've
9 beans in that
once you've
bag.
abused your boots of flying often enough, the
Wait,
DM
is
usually
it a
finds a
number
way to
plus
like.
beans? Is it
Counteract them.
is it the number? Is that the number rolled, or is there like a base
It's the
number plus
number
that?
rolled. Yeah, it's 3d4.
Hadron is sketching and taking inventory of everything that comes onto the boat. And that's about the level of usefulness he has for the rest of the day.
Other than hauling heavy shit, man, Murray's just gonna chill. Nothing really much to do.
Did you steal that from Legs?
No.
Why don't I believe you?
So I'm a terrible liar. I also didn't steal it. It's just lying around.
He never wears it anyway. I don't know why I bought it for him.
Completes the look.
So it's now approaching about dinner time. The sun is getting from your guys' side, you can see the sun perfectly coming in through the you can see it coming under the overhang of the stone as it sets on that side. But
Ouch.
it is definitely getting later in the evening.
All right. Where to now? What's the plan?
I'm not sure we have a plan. We stopped in this bay, Jahaka Bay?
Is there
Was it?
anything? What are the paintings? What are on the paintings? Is there anything that might like line up with anything that what we're focused on as far as
No, they're pretty
focus
random. They look
to-
like it's just
Okay.
random loot off ships.
Okay.
The paintings themselves are,
Any
and they're really not
noteworthy
good quality.
figures?
They're looking at them. They're really, uh,
Like out of place, not good quality.
no, they just weren't. They aren't as good as like
Okay.
the vases are definitely very intricate. They're all the same style and design, so it looks like it's all from the same artist. But they're not nothing. There's nothing specific about them that looks relatable to what you guys are doing. It just looks like there was some haul off of a ship that just happened to be going around in the area.
They're just generic paintings, man. It's like the stuff you buy at Target.
Yeah, I'm just asking for the sake of
No,
it.
I feel you.
Maybe there's
It's a good.
something
I mean,
hidden
it was a good point.
hidden in the cloth, or maybe maybe they painted something in there, and then you never know. Like
No, it's a good point.
Fairban's just double checking. Um, So we came out here to look into the Coco situation, right? That was the point of this. So
We
all
haven't
right.
discovered much.
So we didn't really discover much besides the fact that somebody had a very big operation. Probably points back to the lady that we were originally talking to,
Probably.
Merchant Prince.
Yeah. Murray, do you still have that logbook? The one that you mentioned finding in an office?
Coco grabbed it. Hang on, I'm gonna root through her things.
That feels dangerous. Good luck.
I know, right? It's exciting.
If you get
She never
stabbed,
brings her backpack when she goes to the bathroom. Shh, you saw nothing. There you go. Possession of stolen goods, it's your problem now.
okay. How's that new? I mean, is it familiar handwriting at all?
Nothing
Can
you've
I?
seen.
No. Is there anything about this ledger that gives me any indication of who made it or like nothing
you
at
can
all?
you can give me a history or just a straight up intelligence roll if you want to really try and dig into it. But looking at it, you're just no handwriting's familiar. There's no names or anything listed other than the names of the ship and the rough uh supply list that they pulled off of the ships. But
Um,
No
nothing.
mention of the egg.
With the 14.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Useless. No. We should bring it back though, because if anyone, if anyone back in that town that we spent like a week in, I'm suddenly forgetting the name of,
Port Nyanza.
Port Nyanzaru. If anyone recognizes this and is really, really bad at hiding things, then we'll get an indication. Also, Coco, while you were away, Murray went through your stuff.
Curious.
Yeah, but you said don't tell
Also,
him.
he wanted
so
the book.
Yes, I wanted the book.
And let's face it, you do spend a long time in the crapper, so. Just saying. uh, Best part about having feathers, can't see you blush.
No, but
Uh,
the never mind.
I have absolutely terrible drawing skills, but Coco basically draws you the equivalent of a poop emoji.
she gets it.
Oh boy.
Man. I mean, it's a shame we didn't really get anywhere. I mean, they kept the egg secret. Right hand rule might have more information, but I mean,
Oh well.
maybe
If he
that book will
does,
jostle his memory. Maybe there's
you
more to
can be
his
sure I'll have
involvement
the
in.
information.
Yeah.
What was the name of the ship again?
Houseway.
Right, we've got a ship's name. I'm sure there's
Oobtow's
logs
Way.
of
Yeah, and it's on this list.
not Oobtow's Way, the other one, the one that actually the dead sailor was from.
That's
Oh,
up
yeah,
here on the list.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
like the
point
one
to
right
it.
before. Yeah.
Right, who owned it?
That's a good point. We can check if any of them had the same owners, and if so, we go and talk to that person. And if they're not particularly feeling chatty, then we talk to the person, and interrogations ensue. So here you've cast silence on yourself. I didn't even know you could cast that.
I'll bet it's that damn ship
Inad-
cat.
It's inadvertent. You're
don't
the
know
one
what
who brought
happened.
the cat on the ship, Murray.
It worked before.
You did.
No, it was already here. I just found it in the hold. Cats are good luck to eat rats. totally
And
didn't
if the
smell
cat
animal,
shows
it's
up
fine.
dead, then we know we're screwed.
Can you hear me now?
There we
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Okay. It changed settings randomly. But if we
Discord's been doing that to me a lot.
to interview people, that's a long trip back and a long trip back here. And the thought is maybe the egg was found somewhere near here originally. Yes, since the ship was crashed here.
Well, the ship was wrecked here. Presumably, they found the egg somewhere closer to the ruins that
Like,
we've
right-
been sent to explore.
Right Hand Rule said that he found the egg in the wreckage of a ship, right? So
Well, yeah, he found it near the wreckage of the ship, but we're headed to Samarak, which is, I mean, even if we don't get more information about Coco's story, we will be headed towards our original objective.
Phylactery.
And see, yes, the phylactery. We got to set some things on fire, or however they get destroyed. And then when we come back, and I'm like showing you a map. Then when we come back, we can stop again and make another look see around here. And then that is on our way back to Port Nyanzaru, where we do some talking or investigating or interrogating, as the case may be.
Oh, I also didn't put the really expensive vases under much because we got to deal maybe with that dragon turtle in Snapping Turtle Bay if he's out for a walk or something. Just in case,
That's a-
in case we need expensive stuff at hand.
Murray, sometimes you're a bloody genius.
I mean, it's an animal. I kind of take notice of giant turtleids that could swallow our entire ship and fart us out without even noticing.
Yeah, that's why I said you're a genius. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So,
Dragon turtles, kind of ancient beings, right? I mean, the name would kind of suggest. I wonder if there's a way to talk to this dragon turtle and see if he knows anything. Because, I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe he's, aware of some bad shit going on or something,
well, I assume we have about 2 days before we even, get to a point where that's a reality. So, we'll find out, I guess.
Anyone speak dragon? I speak turtle.
No, dragon is not on the list of many things that I've learned.
I mean, most
Yet.
dragons understand the languages. And we already spoke with it.
Well, we spoke with one. Murray is
That's true.
suggesting that there may be a second one.
Oh, no, there is one.
In Snapping Turtle Bay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another one.
Which we have to pass.
Yeah. I mean, hey, food for thought, we could ask the guy, like, hey, bud, here's some cool shit. Any phylacteries?
Any creatures resembling Coco in your vast and expansive memory?
Ooh. That's a
There
good
he
one.
is.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Coming from him, that's a
I mean,
lot.
if they have the age span of dragons, I mean, holy crap, that thing could be thousands of years old.
It could be. Or it
God,
could be a halfling.
it's older than even me. Oof.
Well, it is
could talk to
getting
the
late.
dragon.
You guys hear the dinner bell ring.
Well,
More
Man, the
squid.
Rubber
acoustics in this
dub-dub.
cave are great.
As dinner is served in the galley. Everything with that goes uneventfully. And it's now getting late into the evening. Were you guys going to rest overnight, or were you planning on traveling at night?
There's no advantage to traveling at night currently.
Other than getting there a little sooner, which is not super crucial.
We're not currently that much under the gun, I don't think.
No, I think
Sailing
you're right.
at night is treacherous.
Yeah, it's just asking for
Especially
trouble.
getting out of this harbor, right? It's a very narrow passageway. There's rocks on either side. Like it's
Also, if someone interrupts my nap, I'm going to be cranky and probably not have all the juice that I need to make them dead. As well as usual.
Or fix the dead.
That too.
I also need a nap.
Yeah, thanks again for that. That one, real clutch.
I do my best work when you're down, unfortunately.
I do my best work making myself down, apparently.
You were only a little. You had lots of time to go. Would have been fine.
Woo!
Okay, so you guys will get some rest. Anything you need to do overnight, or we're just gonna scoot on through the evening.
I'm gonna put my name in for watch, and I'll sleep up on the deck because we're in a cave. We're very, very trapped. If something were to happen,
Yeah.
Yeah, same with
I
Coco.
will-
Coco
I will
doesn't
take
need
one
to
of the-
replenish spells or anything, so.
Yeah, I'll take one of the watches at some
Okay.
point.
Well, either way,
because dark vision and stuff.
the night's gonna go by uneventful. Nobody seems to come
Nice.
into the tunnels. Nobody. It looks like the security features were only left for those giant spiders. But you guys wake up the next morning, refreshed. You guys get your long rest.
Yay!
Morning, gang.
Morning.
Morning.
As there's
Yeah,
some
snoring
high
echoes in
spirits
here.
on the
I should get a hammock for home.
as breakfast is being prepared and spirits are high as you guys are ready to head back out onto the waters.
Places to go, people to burn. I mean, meat.
for
See-
shits and giggles,
Mhm.
literally, I'd like to work with Stormageddon and try to see if I can get him to target things that I point at with his poop. See if I can get him really accurate with throwing his poop.
So, that's going to require
some
a number
days.
of days
The
of
fecal
downtime.
flinger.
Oh yeah, oh no, there's definitely a lot of downtime involved because I mean I can't feed him that much.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I'll look up I believe there are rules for training an animal. So,
There
we'll
are.
look that up, but it's
There are rules for training an animal.
Yeah.
so it'll take some time to get through that, but we can certainly do that, and then he can have
Yeah.
some utility
Speak with animals
until you over abuse it and then I kill him. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, wow. Or I end up getting him killed. You know, greater good, all that stuff.
All right,
Maybe I'll
but-
bring him back
Or
as a
we
zombie,
put
who knows.
we put one of the sidekick stat blocks on him, and then you have a DMPC.
Armageddon, Dark Lord of all, Flinger of Poo.
Yes.
All right,
Ignore me.
so you guys are heading out at this point. Is that
Yep.
the plan? Okay, so
Coco's gonna hang out in the crow's nest.
You guys are back out on the sea. Let me bring up. So, is your goal at this point to go straight to Samarak, or are you guys going to continue? Or are you going to make a stop off in Snapping Turtle Bay? Because I heard you guys mentioning that.
I assume we're gonna make a
it's-
stop in Snapping Turtle Bay.
It's not on the way. I mean, it's on the direction, but it's not directly on the way because you guys have to head south around the south of Umgar.
Yeah. I mean, if we get to like just south of the mouth of it, and there's no dragon turtle there. I mean, okay. Murray, if we get here and there's no
Yeah.
dragon turtle, is it reasonable to assume that he's not in the bay itself? because he would be at the mouth of the bay protecting his, whole
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, if I was a dragon turtle and I was protecting a place, potentially extorting it, yeah, no, I'd be either at the mouth or just slightly out of it, waiting for passersby that are headed my direction, Yeah.
So then if we just kind of like skirt just a little just a little bit south of that point, you think he would come say hi if he was there?
I mean, who am I to say what the mind of a dragon turtle is, But who knows? I mean, it's worth a shot. Because, I mean, we're basically pissing into the wind at this point.
Gross. Yeah, so I mean, I guess because we have to go down south around the snout to get to Samarak, or what once was Samarak, or whatever.
It's what you know as being the region of Semric.
Yeah. So, yeah. I guess we do that. We're gonna like
So-
stick to the coastline and then like at the mouth of the bay, just sort of curve along it. And if we don't if we don't encounter a dragon turtle up there at the mouth of the bay, then there's no sense going into it. We'll just cut down south. Yes? Is everyone on board with the plan before I go tell Lex? He doesn't like changes.
If that's what we're gonna do, Garvin's gonna use the drift club, and we'll cast daylight from it to try to like use it as like a signal.
Oh, when we get there? Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
All right, so you go up and you tell Captain Lakes the plan. He looks at the map. He's like, "Well, you on the ship, and I'll do what you want, but that's going to add a few extra days of travel.
How many?
About 5.
Gods above. Which part specifically is going to add the most?
Well,
Is it the sticking close to the coastline, or is it the?
yeah, it's the
What?
sticking close to the coastline to get a look at that that mouth of that bay, because that's pretty far in.
Okay. Is there any way that you can change my plan to still get close to that point and not take 5 days?
Navigation's navigation, man.
That's giving you the best case scenario of 5 days.
Okay. Well, that's the plan. Hopefully 5 days isn't enough to have a lich do anything too horrifically terrifying to, the world.
All right. So, with that, we're going to start another lovely hex crawl.
Hex crawl.
This will really be it, guys. Once we get through this, the hex crawl should be over with, but
Hex calls are. I enjoy
for
them.
now, well, it depends on what happens when you to get back, but if you get back.
Hey now.
You
We're
guys are
get
gonna
back
love
one
my
way or
backup
another.
character.
Yeah, right.
All right, so we will start with Murray with rolling me a d20. All right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this day by day. I'm not gonna have you guys do like 3 per day because that's just a nasty hex crawl. So, your first day
I'm using the
goes
blood
by.
dice,
The
and it goes
seas are in
first.
good shape. Everything seems to go fine there. So, Adrian, let's see what you got.
20.
Big money, big money. No whammy, no whammy.
Go.
Stop.
5.
Okay. Second day. The weather's a little bit more turbulent. You get a lot more rain, as it's really your trip hasn't had the rain that you normally get within Chult. This one there's been quite a bit of rain, and it's actually slowed you guys down just a little bit. But for the most part, you guys have weathered through it and didn't have anything interrupt your your actual travel. So, Coco, give me your third day. Okay. So the storms have abated overnight. You're traveling. It's about midday. Legs has kind of been keeping you guys close to the shore. As you have kind of hold on, bring my map here. You pass by this small island. It kind of looks like it's out on its own, but it's craggy cliffs and a large like mountain just on this part of the mountain. You guys can actually see it on your map. It's just south of the land of. Oh no, you guys will only see. It would be just west of what they call the cauldron. But you see two shapes in the sky, rather large. You can't quite make any discernible traits of them, but from coming from that direction, they look large.
Uh-oh.
After a little bit of watching them, you see them getting closer. Eventually, you hear a loud screech of these two creatures, as they're definitely bird-like, large, colorful wingspans as they're coming to attack the ship.
Um. Yeah. How far away?
They, at this point, you can see them and hear them. I need to see their movement. Hold
Hey, look, Coco, it's your mom and dad.
on.
Just kidding.
Fuck you.
They are at this point. It's about 200 feet away.
Damn it, and in my own voice, no less.
Garvin's casting. Well, we're moving, right?
Yes.
Never mind. Garvin wouldn't do that. Garvin's casting mirror image on himself.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm
at
gonna
this
grab
point,
a spyglass and try to figure out what these
I
things
know that.
are.
well, I'm gonna have you guys. Well, you can do that. And as you
Yeah.
see, they are large, colorful birds. Copy the image here.
Birdies.
There are two of them.
Ah, fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Would I judge them larger than my giant eagle form?
Yeah. These things are
Like 2 or 3 times that
really
size.
big.
Ah, fuck.
All right. So everybody, I need you to roll me some initiatives. There are, as I said, there are two of them. Save. Hold on. Don't.
11.
That didn't capture it because I did that too soon. All right, hold on. Adrian was 11. Sahiri was 1. Okay, I think everybody else should pop in. Yes. Okay.
You
What a
rolled a
shitty
1.
roll.
Let me guess, you still got a 30.
No.
I'm just fucking with
Wow, 15. Still, I mean. Oh no, Garvin Garvin's up first.
Yep,
a
Garvin, you
good
are
thing.
up first as you see these two
Ah.
massive birds heading your way.
What was the distance?
200 feet right now.
I think just Garvin's just gonna shout out in beast speech. We do not wish to fight, but we will kill you if we have to.
Okay.
And he's gonna probably hold something threatening in his hand. I'd say, you know what, he'd have an Eldritch Blast just because the energy ready.
Okay, so you're gonna ready an Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Yeah.
So the you see the two birds. They're kind of moving in tandem. The one on the right, we'll call him B. He is moving in. And he actually double moves, parks himself right on the ship, and he takes up a crap ton of space on the ship. This is
Garvin
a
just-
gargantuan bird.
Is it like right next to Garvin?
If you're in the middle of the ship, then yes, it's standing right next to you.
If he was shouting out, he would have been. So he's just like, he's holding the Eldritch Blast, and I think Garvin just like ends the blast energy and just like looks at the creature because he did just say he didn't wish to fight. So I think he's gonna follow it up with action.
Coco, you see
Uh,
this gargantuan bird on the deck,
And it
sitting
has
pretty
just-
much right in front of a couple of you guys. Whoever be up front, you guys are basically standing right there next to this thing as it landed.
Great.
Okay. And it's landed. It hasn't done any.
It
Does it
basically
look like
used
it's about to?
it used all of its movement and then a little bit more
Okay.
as
And
this
now
thing
it's
moved in
landed.
swiftly to catch up.
Okay. Uh,
But you do have
is it?
allies in range.
That was my next question. Um, how tall is it compared to me?
Well, a gargantuan creature is, let's see, large
It
is
could eat-
10 by 10, 50.
Coco's
It's
like
at
5
least
feet.
it's at least a
Coco's
20
like 5
foot.
feet tall.
It's at least 20 by 20. Its size, at least. I think these are probably about that.
Oh god.
So
the
it
ship
literally is
listed with
taking.
all
It
that
is
weight.
literally taking up the entire center of the ship.
Okay.
So its
In
wings.
which
barely
case,
put it away.
Coco
Its
is
wings
going
are
to.
way
Yeah.
out.
In which case, Coco is going to use her use her boots of flying and fly around behind it, land on its back, and stab it between its shoulder blades.
Okay. You'll still get your usual sneak attack and everything like that.
The idea is to basically flit around it and goad it as much as possible. Okay, action. Ba, 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 ba.
It's
Hopefully that hits.
just a little bit.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay, so. Yeah. So that's piercing damage plus fire damage and sneak attack. There we go. That's a little bit more. That's a little bit better.
Yep, that and you just stab you through. You hear the
Pretty.
bird scream out in pain as it looks like all of the damage went through.
Ooh.
Okay, anything else?
Nope. Just Coco's gonna plant her feet more firmly on its back and try to keep her balance.
Okay, all right, Murray.
Ride him, cowboy.
How far is the second one? Is the second one still pretty far out?
It's still 200 feet out. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Ah. I'm going to tell everybody to get away from the edges of the boat. And I'm holding my staff. And once I feel everybody is clear, I'm going to let off a wall of thorns. I'm going to surround the ship in thorns. Because with the
Nice.
perimeter of the ship, I can do the entire perimeter of the ship with a wall of thorns. So if that fucker wants to stay on the boat, it's going to be standing in the middle of some prickly shit.
Let's see. What does that do?
Wall of thorns. Create a wall of tough, pliable, tangled brush bristling with needle-sharp thorns. The wall appears within range. Solid surface. Lasts for the duration, which is a while. 10 minutes. A wall up to 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick. Or a circle that has a 20-foot diameter and is 20 feet high and 5 feet thick. The wall blocks line of sight.
Is it
Fuckload of
flammable?
piercing.
All right, so it does take a dex save on the cast. Okay.
Yeah, it's a deck save.
Nope. So it'll take the piercing damage from
Oh,
that.
I'm not casting Wall of Thorns. I'm telling everybody, like, get to the
Oh.
center of the boat.
Sorry, I thought you were
Yeah.
already were
Get to
casting it.
center of the
My bad.
boat. I'm about to make the shit hurt.
Okay.
And staring up in the eyes of this bird, like,
Okay.
it's a bird.
Anything else then?
No, I'm holding my action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adrian.
I'm gonna make eye contact with Garvin first and see what his
Garvin's?
face looks like.
Multiple Garvin.
Yep.
Garvin shrugs. I mean, Coco's already stabbed the thing. He's like,
Cool. All he knew was that you tried to say something to it, and he
Yeah.
assumes. That was a lot of weird
you,
noises.
you just heard like birds screeching.
Yep. Cool. Let's quicken a catapult then. Deck save, por favor.
23.
Rude. Okay, fine. Firebolt.
All right, I'm not rolling this. You guys, hold on. I gotta fix that.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
16 damage, 2/8 from a firebolt.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna back up towards the center of the ship, like Murray said. But like not super fast, because I don't want to leave Garvin in the lurch.
Okay. The other one moves in, but only as its max movement. So it's as it finishes up, it's about 80 feet away from you guys, hovering above the ship. Sahiri.
Oh, it worked for a half second there.
I'm still connected. Can
There
you
you
hear
go.
me?
There we go.
Yep.
I guess I'm gonna have to reconnect every time I unmute. Toll of the Dead. Wisdom save.
Hey.
Fails.
Oh.
Okay, and it has taken damage.
Yes.
Yes.
That's 13 plus 5, so 18.
18 points of necrotic damage as the bell tolls in front of its face and it screeches out in pain. Anything else?
I'm moving to where Murray told me to move to, but other than that.
Okay. Garvin.
Okay. Well, murder lies time, I guess. Actually, you know what? This is fun. Yeah, Garvin doesn't want to get shredded by this thing or picked up or any of the sort. There's multiple Garvins. That doesn't require concentration, so I think he's going to cast invisibility on himself and Adrin, upcasting at 3rd level, and boom, we're just gonna disappear from right in front of this thing.
Okay.
So, that's his turn. I'm not moving. There's 4 of me and I'm invis. I'm gonna be real hard to hit.
All right. Yeah, it lost sight of
Everyone's
you,
out of the middle.
that you can see.
Okay. And I'm
You
gonna
don't
I'm gonna release my held action. I'm releasing my held action, man. I warned everybody.
The
if
only
they
thing you
fucking move,
see
it's their own problem
is Coco sitting on top of the bird.
now. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's gonna hurt. So, on the staff, wall of thorns. I'm rimming the glass with a 5-foot thick wall of thorns.
So like on the rail of the ship,
Yeah, the
basically?
perimeter of the
Okay.
ship is now like a 5-foot thick wall of thorns.
All right, so that's a deck save for him. Fails.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. I clicked on the thing and I lost it. Hang on. Sorry, I'm working. Staff of the Woodlands. Wall of Thorns is 6 charges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's expensive. Okay, so I need 7d8
6, I think.
damage when the
Oh, is it
wall
8?
appears. 7d8.
Oh wow, yeah, it is. Okay.
7d8. Yeah, it's a 6th level that the staff can cast. So 7d8. Is that in my spell list? It should be. Wall of Thorns. Yes, it is. 78. But oh, those dice go.
Okay.
27. Spiky. Ouch.
So does everybody else? So Adrin and Garvin are still there, but they're invisible, and Coco's on top of the bird. Do they all have to make the save too?
Well, no, it would
The-
just be anything that comes into contact with the edge of the ship or above the edge of the ship.
Because
So,
the
like, the-
wall is only 10 feet high, so
Okay.
if Coco is more than 10 feet above, she'd be
Yeah,
out of the
she
thorns.
is. She's fine with that.
Yeah, so it's just
So as long
So
as you
now
guys
if
aren't
the other-
in the area, because it does say when the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex save throw.
Yeah.
So if you're
Yeah.
casting, okay,
Oh.
yeah.
So if you're casting it on the ship, then everybody's within the area.
well, no, because it's
He can determine
Yeah.
this.
20 feet high,
He can
5 foot
determine.
thick.
He can determine the
Yeah.
area that it actually affects.
Yeah, it's a perimeter. Basically, I just rimmed the entire top of the ship. So if the other bird wants to come in and land, he's got to basically grab the spiky thorny bits. And animals who are hungry, it depends
Yeah.
how hungry they are.
But everybody would be, if you're doing it along the edge of the ship, it's everybody within that perimeter, though, not just the
Yeah.
wall. It's everybody inside. So anybody who's on the deck is going to be affected, which means everybody who's on the deck needs to make a deck save.
Cool.
But I mean, it's more than, the ship is more than 10 feet wide, right?
The ship is 25 feet wide.
Yeah,
So
it's
if
just
we're
like the
standing
5 foot
in the
perimeter
middle,
on the
15
outside,
feet.
basically. Yeah. Because it's only a 5 foot thick wall on the edge of the ship.
I'm just trying to figure out if anybody is in, if any of you guys are inside this
I would have
perimeter.
been right in front of the. I would have been right in front of the bird.
So I told everybody to get into the center of the ship.
I wouldn't back up Invis. I would have backed up right in front of Adrin, essentially.
So we're towards the center of the ship.
I'll make a deck save if you think that I need to. I don't mind.
Yeah, same.
I'm just sorry,
So-
visualizing
so-
this. If you put it,
Sure.
because if it's only surrounding the creature, that's one thing. But if it's surrounding the whole edge of the ship, that the area of that is everything inside of the area. Because it's area, not perimeter. If it was just the perimeter, that'd be one thing. But it's the whole
if the-
area, which means everything
But if
inside.
The wall is, but I mean, I can create a perimeter though. That's what I'm saying is I can create a perimeter wall, 20 foot
Yeah.
high, 5 foot thick, 60
Right.
foot.
But it's
total
putting
length.
bushes and thorns inside that area of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
anybody
why I
who's
told everybody
in
to get into the center, because I'm basically making the ship super thorny on the edge of it, like for the 5 foot edge, like where the railing is, and 5 feet in.
but it fills
So if
in
the
all
bird
that
wants
space
to-
between it as well. That's what it
Yeah,
does.
Is it? Because it
Yeah.
says the wall is the perimeter. It's only
But each
5
creature within its area.
Which is the creature within its area must pick. I guess as the wording does say that. All right.
Area is the key word there.
mean-
Not if it was perimeter, I'd agree with you, but it's not just
So
the wall.
then everybody,
Yeah, that making everybody have the
including you, Murray.
I mean, it's also the first time I'm casting this spell, so fuck
Mhm.
it. It is what it is.
I passed.
Well,
So what sort of saving throw is it?
You don't have to do it
Dexterity.
because you're too high up, but everybody
Oh, okay.
else who's on the level of the ship needs to make that. Sorry, guys. It's just it's a different spell than we're used to, so trying to get everybody on the same page for it can be confusing.
All right. I mean, I fail, so I take. Fuck! What did I click? God damn it!
All right, so
Eh,
you already got the
first time
damage.
using a spell can be messy.
The damage is
Especially druid
27.
spells.
So if you failed, you take 27. If you save, it's 13. Unless you're okay. No, the rogue's already fine, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So with that one, Murray goes. There we go. Move.
Okay.
Not planning to move, thanks.
Spec you all make ouch.
I'm the only one who
That's the
didn't take
point.
it.
And it's only if you if
Only if you move.
only if you move. Okay, that's fine.
Yep. Only if you move.
All right. So there's a giant just thorns all over the entire top of the ship. Okay. All right. So now the creature is up. Now that that's all fun has happened, you see he's definitely got blood. As things have just started, he's been stabbed. He's been poked by things. Are you raising your hand?
The giant bird is now
Invis.
reconsidering its life choices. Like,
The invis.
I
Garvin.
landed here, and
Invis
now
doesn't
I'm
go away unless
bleeding.
you attack.
Yeah, but I need a con save. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Garvin would do a con save for that.
That poor bird. It hasn't even landed a blow yet, and it's like why am I?
At 20, baby.
Wow.
You're still invis.
Nice.
Nice.
Thanks.
All right, so you guys are still invisible. The creature can't see you. But seeing everything here, is he intelligent? No, he's not intelligent, so he's not gonna. He's going to try and shake Coco off of him.
Fair.
So he's going to do he's going to shake and flap his wings. I need you to give me a strength saving throw to remain on it. Basically, you're going to do it. It's almost a reverse grapple. So it's going to be opposed strength.
Sure. Coco's not great at that, but she also is wearing boots of flying, so I'm not super worried about her. Even if she fails, it's not like she's gonna go far.
Oh my gods. What was that about not... Oh, wait, that was the burb.
Or I could roll an 18.
It rolled a 28, but that was a damn
Oh,
good
wow.
roll.
Yeah, it has
It's a very
10 on you.
for me that is an excellent roll
I-
with my
I- I-
zero strength. With my 0 strength, that's a pretty good roll.
So,
Okay.
it managed to toss you off. You don't take any damage. It's basically going to just knock you onto the ground. But now you're in a spot where if you try and move, even fly up out of these brambles, you're stuck in brambles. You're not restrained, but if you try and move, you're going to take damage. But since you were
Oh.
forcefully tossed into it, you're not going to have to roll anything like that. So, because fall damage takes place immediately after a fall, there's no way you can save it with the boots. It's just the
Yeah,
mechanics.
fair enough. Fair enough.
But that was its action. And it's now your turn.
Okay. Alrighty. Right. Well, I have to get out of this spot, right? I mean, I don't have to, but otherwise I'm just gonna stay here being tangled in thorns. So if I move, I take damage, correct?
You get to do a saving throw.
I get to do a saving throw? Okay.
Yes,
Does
but
she still
Thorns
take
also mean
damage
they
because
can't
she's
get
flying?
you.
she's not flying. She was thrown off. She can't fly until she actually has her turn and can use her movement.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, yes, I'm going. All right, I have to. So, DM, I'm gonna need help with sequencing action
Absolutely.
because if I take my movement, that gives it, I assume, an opportunity attack. Correct?
Only if you're moving away from it. You were next to it. If you were to, you could still fly back up onto it. You just have to do a
Okay.
dex save to see if you avoid the damage.
Okay, because otherwise I would use the bonus action to disengage. I just have to figure out when that would be. But
You
if
can
I don't,
the active disengage is just it saying, "Oop, I'm not going to combat." Then you would have your movement.
yeah.
Your
Okay,
movement
perfect.
is what implies or what inflicts the damage.
Yes. No, I just wanted to make. It was more the attack of opportunity that I wanted to avoid,
Does
if
evasion help her
possible.
in this?
It would absolutely help with the damage
With the
from the
yeah.
thorns. Absolutely. So if you were to save on your
Alrighty.
deck save, you wouldn't take any damage
Okay,
because
so
you're a
let's
rogue.
get out of these. Let's get out of these thorns. Fly back up there and stab the bejesus out of it.
Okay, so
How
roll
much
your
So,
deck
damage did
deck
we
save.
take from the thorns?
78 on a failed save.
And half as much on a
Oh,
successful, right?
that was a
Correct.
very bad roll.
So
Oh,
what was
It
the
was
roll?
13.
13.
That was,
thank you.
that's what it'd be for you.
And what's your save DC there,
I'm guessing it's higher than what I rolled, because I rolled
His is
crap.
17.
Murray's? Okay.
But it's hang on, dex 17. Yeah, it's the staff because it's cast through the staff, so it's a dex 17.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I have evasion. I still take half.
Yes.
Murray, your save is the same number.
So how
All
much?
right, so 36 is the total damage if you saved half of that, which is 18, and if you get half of that, 9.
Okay, no, it's 8. So 18.
But you still get the rest of
There
your
we
move.
go.
It doesn't restrain you or anything like that.
Yeah, no,
Awesome
it's
sauce.
difficult
It-
terrain, but
it
if
just
once you're out of it,
hurts.
you're out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have trouble with difficult terrain because feet.
Yeah.
Yay. Plus flying.
Mobile.
All
Woo!
right. Yay. All right, so now I'm going to go and stab it. And hopefully I will roll better this time. Well, I technically rolled better, but that's not much better.
That actually misses.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big bird, but
Yeah, and
Coco
it's got a
Coco's obviously still like caught on thorns and stuff and just
pretty tough hide. Your dagger
whiffs it.
doesn't quite, or your rapier doesn't
Yeah.
quite make it through its skin. All right. So we're back to Murray then.
The other one's right above us, right?
It's about 80 feet up, yeah.
All right. I'm going to hold Dominate Beast. I'm not going to upcast it. Once I feel like Crazy Burb is within range, I'm going to cast Dominate Beast at 4th level at the hovery one. Because he's not close enough, and the other one's already hurting, so he's getting the point. Pun.
Okay. All right, Adrian,
it's
you're
a
invisible.
Whiz save if he comes within range.
Adrian doesn't know the answer to this, so I'm not going to worry about it. I am first going to cast See Invisibility.
Okay.
Does that...
You see Garvin next to you.
And myself now.
Yes, and you can see yourself.
Okay.
Well, you're not invis now that you can't see invisibility, so you only see me.
But I see myself. Adrian's just gonna assume that he's still invisible because he doesn't fucking know how this works. Okay, and then we're gonna quicken a firebolt. Mod 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
13 small fireball damage.
And that's the close one, right? The one that's still there in front of you.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Just chucking. Just.
It
just
definitely takes the
whipping
damage.
stuff at him. Good.
Oh, I forgot to have you roll that D20 for me for that See Invisibility.
Shucks, you did, didn't you? It's a 7. It's real close to a 1. It's like right next to it.
Okay. Now I gotta check something because I do believe as you go to as your spell the second one comes flying in, and I do believe that they're not beasts, so therefore it doesn't technically work. So again, don't mess
Okay.
with it. So as
Yeah,
you see it, you
Murray-
see this.
Murray
It just
hasn't
doesn't
thrown the
seem
rock
to.
yet.
And it flies in,
Yeah.
and it comes in with its talons to come and hit
Look at
Coco.
Yeah, oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
So it's going to.
All right, girl, I got you. No, I don't have anything right now.
That's a 29 to hit.
It's also going to take.
Oh, no, that
slashing
doesn't
damage
hit
from
at
the
all.
Thorns.
That totally misses.
It's
there's
above
no shot
because
I
this
can-
is
Oh fuck! It's going for Coco. Oh
yes.
no.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Coco, you take that was a really crappy roll. 17 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
And you are grappled as it takes the rest of its movement and yoinks you off the other bird into the air.
Okay, there's a very undignified shriek.
So it is now another 40 feet up in the air.
Okay. Rude.
And then it actually, I forgot, it gets a second attack, so it's going to hit you with its beak.
Ow.
Yeah.
Also rude.
18?
Try to pull your head off.
Yeah, 18 will hit.
But wait.
But wait, so there's more.
But wait,
There's
there's
more sorcery points to be spent. Subtract a d4 from that if you would be so kind. I think that's cost me 2. Let me check.
15.
15 does not hit.
Okay, so it misses with its beak then. All right. Sahiri, you're
Thank
up.
goodness.
You see the whole
Thank you,
entire
Adrian.
top of the ship is covered in thorns, and Coco has just been grabbed by this other bird in the air.
Technically, no one knows that random bit of luck comes from me.
Deck.
Say it one more time because I could hear you, but it broke up.
How's the one on the
There
deck?
It's hurting pretty bad.
Okay.
More than emotional damage.
There's not a whole lot I
Emotional
can
damage.
do about the Coco problem because that's farther than, for the most part, I have range. So, we are going to toll the one that's here.
Okay, that's a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
17.
That's my save. And
I already used my thing. Sorry.
Yep.
that's okay.
All right. And actually the thorns go away, doesn't it? Because Dominate Beast is concentration. And so was Wall of Thorns.
The staff casts Wall of Thorns.
You're still concentrating on it through the
I'm still
staff. That's how that works.
All right,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're
All right.
focusing on doing it.
Yep.
Probably not.
Yeah,
probably
so
not
the
necessarily.
thorns are gone. Yeah.
Probably not necessarily a bad thing for you guys, especially with these guys' tactics. All right, Garvin.
Okay. How far up is Coco from me?
Coco is 40 feet above the deck.
Straight above me, though, pretty much, because she was like.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, roughly above you.
Okay. So I'm invis enough that I'm going to get directly beneath her. I'm going to pull my rope out from my bag. I'm going to cast Rope Trick to cause the rope to rise 60 feet in length, because that's how long the rope is, straight up, creating, well, you know what? Garvin's going to step on 10 foot of rope to cause it to rise 50 feet. Well, 45. Okay. Would I have enough time to think about 15 feet of rope with my intelligence, essentially?
Sure.
Okay, so Garvin's going to rope trick it to create a pocket space right above Coco with the rope dangling, and she knows what this is, like right next to the talons there, so she can get out if she needs to.
Okay.
Essentially giving her like a little escape hatch.
If I can break the grapple.
Yeah, if you can break the grapple, right?
That's the hard part.
Yep, but that's all he can do from there, but it does break his invis.
Okay. All right. Well, now that the rock can see you, and he knows that the
Formies.
Oh, right. There's 4 of you. Okay. All right. Well,
Garvin, Blarvin, Darvin.
he's going to try and swipe you with his talons. I don't think it's going to hit anyway.
Ooh.
That was a 16 to hit.
Yeah, let me roll.
Okay.
That's gonna hit the first copy.
Okay. And it sees that it goes through and that one vanishes, and it squawks out and tries to attack with its beak.
Okay.
Considerably higher.
Oh.
And another
That's-
illusion
Okay.
fades.
So you still have one left.
No,
All right,
not
but that
Wally.
is its turn. All right, Coco, you were grabbed by this creature, and but you did see this rope appear in front of you, as you have seen this before from.
Okay. Coco is going to try to contortionist her way out of this thing's talons.
Okay,
So I
Is she able to
can-
like
I
grab the
believe I
rope?
So
can-
Would
you
that
can-
help her?
you
I can make an
do-
acrobatics check, right?
Yeah, you can do
Or to get
acrobatics
to get out of a grapple.
Yeah, because it's not a oppose, it's a DC.
Would it be with advantage because now you have a rope
If she's using
with
strength,
which to maneuver yourself?
if she was
Which
going to use
I-
strength, she could, because this pulling with the rope would be a strength, not a dexterity deal.
Eh. I'd rather take my chances with the acrobatics
That's fair.
because
You're
the
real
strength is
dexy.
+0, the acrobatics is +13.
Yeah, you're real
I
dexy.
feel like there's probably a better chance with the +13. Okay.
Okay, so you manage to break yourself out of the grapple. That is your action, but you still have your movement.
Yeah.
And your bonus action.
Excellent. So I'm a movement, and I don't think I even need my bonus action because my movement is 40 feet. So I'm gonna take my movement and just scoot into the little hole.
Okay, so it's not out of its threat range, so you're technically not going to suffer an attack of opportunity as you just kind of disappear into this little pocket dimension. As you see this giant bird just squawk in frustration as you wriggled out of it and it's lost its meal.
Coco just puts out a hand and does this, and then pulls it back in.
All right,
Um,
Murray.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
All right. I think they're just hungry, and I'm going to cast 5th level Conjure Beast. I want 3 CR2s on the deck of the ship. Try this again.
Just give me the damn spell, game.
Boop.
It's just conjure beast, right? Or is it conjure animal?
It's conjure animals.
That's why.
I'm upcasting it twice, so I get 3. See, I'm trying for 3 CR2s.
3
'cause I passed it
CR2s.
to
Okay.
5.
CR2s.
Yeah.
1, 2. Roll me a D8.
A D8. I will roll a D8. 7.
Okay.
Okay.
As
It's gonna be
two
good.
rhinoceros conjure out of nowhere and drop right next to the rock.
Oh, 3.
Oh, 3 of them. Sorry, 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm guessing I'm making a deck save as a rhino drops on me because I'm.
They're
Kinda right
they're
there.
large. They're large. So they
Oh,
go into open
okay.
space when you do conjure.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's see. I roll initiative for each of them. Oh, okay. I roll initiative for each of them. Okay.
Oh, they do get initiative. I thought they go.
Oh no, I command them. I
Oh,
control
you roll them as a group. Okay.
roll
We're
them as a
just
group. Okay.
Team maximum chaos.
So I'm just gonna roll.
Rhinos.
So that's 5 plus Rhino.
5 plus rhino.
I'll
It's a
just
good equation.
I'll just put their
Okay, so their dex is -1, so they're 4. Is there
Initiative 4.
initiative?
Okay, well, they're in the initiative order now.
4.
Okay, I got them in. All right, well, that was a thing.
I'm gonna use
Adrian,
my hidden step. I'm invisible for a turn.
Adrian, you see a rhinoceros spawn right next to Garvin, and then 2 more
Yeah.
seem to have spawned on the other side of him.
At this point, that's not even weird for Adrian, which is the weirdest part. The one in front of me looks like it's Omega hurt, right?
He's taking a lot of damage. He's not quite like fully bleeding yet, but he's taken quite a bit of a pounding.
But the one up top is more of a problem. So, where I see that rope trick, I would like to go just above it and cast Storm Sphere.
Okay. We're gonna do this again.
Storm Sphere is 20-foot radius sphere of whirling air springs into existence, blah, blah, blah. Dex save.
Strength
Strength
saving
save,
throw.
excuse me.
All right. Oh, good lord, no.
Very no. Okay, cool. So you're going to take damage.
Yep.
2d6 bludgeoning to start with, I believe. Let me double check that.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Yep. Okay, and then for my bonus action, I will use its secondary effect and call forth a bolt of lightning at that same rock
Which is a dex save.
for a mod 20 to hit. Nope.
Oh, that's a hit. That's right. Yeah, that'll hit.
Wonderful. And this is 4d6. 14 damage for free.
All right.
It's
Okay.
so free, guys.
He took 20 points of damage there. All right, cool. Anything else?
No, I believe it requires a bonus action for me to turn a spell slot into sorcery points. It does.
Yes.
Moving
yes.
on.
All right. So, in this situation, it's now frustrated, and
I gotta do that thing.
he sees. Well,
3 big, juicy,
1,
delicious
2,
rhinos.
3, 4, 5 total targets. I'll roll d6 and re-roll once.
So you
All right.
didn't ask for it, but I rolled Wild Magic Surge.
It was in that one.
You did.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was in that one. Otherwise, it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, let's see what fun you get, because it does go on top of your spell. All right, a d20.
I think the nat 20 was it going in addition to the spell. The nat 1 is a chance for it to be instead of. That was how we ruled it. But another d20.
Yep. A d20 and then a d100.
16.
Okay.
Sorry, whoever's turn I just interrupted.
It was
24.
mine, I think. 24.
Well, then I'm not sorry. Fuck you, monsters.
Okay. You have an irresistible urge to scratch an itch on the middle of your back, just out of reach.
Oh no.
And I take damage if I move, right?
No, there's no more thorns.
You.
Oh,
Constitution's
perfect.
broken.
I
Yeah,
just back up to the mast and just.
Okay.
I'm already more than 5 feet away from
So
the rock on the ground.
that's gonna be for the next minute that you're kind of stuck with this itch.
That's
Oh, dear.
fine. That's fine.
Fancy
Who
new
cares
robes,
about
man. Did you buy
splinters
that new wool?
anyway?
All right. So,
Aw.
so you moved back. So there's technically was only all right. So it's gonna go down. It's gonna go and try and grab the. So it's gonna do an attack on one of the rhinos. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
AC 11.
Yeah, that hit.
Yep.
It
There's
takes
no way for me to save any of that.
22 points of damage. It is
Okay.
grabbed.
We'll say that's Larry.
and it flies up
Not Larry.
and then goes to attack it with its beak and misses with a
Poor
natural one.
Larry. Oh no.
Okay.
Yay, Larry! Hang in there,
I
bud.
mean, that's them serving their purpose. I mean,
Yep.
that's why they're there.
All right. So your other two rhinos are actually all three of your rhinos are. I don't know what you want to do with the one in the air, but he can still technically attack.
I mean, the one in the air could try to break grapple, but no, I'm like, Barry, Gary, I
It
point
did
to
fly.
Gary.
It did when it grabbed the rhino. It did fly away from your storm sphere, so it's not in its storm sphere range right now. Just an FYI.
How
Okay.
far from my storm sphere?
So it flew back down 40 feet, grabbed the rhino, and then flew opposite direction another 40 feet. Actually, it would have flown.
Okay, so
It would have flown 40 feet.
I shout at Larry, "Look delicious!" And the other two, Barry, Gary, just hang out. If he comes back, fuck him up. That's it. Little Larry's not gonna last that long.
All right. So you weren't. What
That's
about the other two? Were they doing any? Were they attacking?
Oh, the other two, I just I just told them to stay put.
All right.
The whole
No big
purpose
deal,
for them
this is
being
just-
there is to look delicious and for them not
Yeah,
to eat us.
I gotcha. All right. Tahiri. I got you.
Yeah. I mean, they get close enough.
Well, that one's still right there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try Toll the Dead again.
Fails.
Awesome.
Mm.
19. 14 plus
19.
5.
19 points of necrotic damage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else?
Well, we still have one that's pretty good. But it's pretty far away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll leave that alone for now.
Okay. Garvin.
All right. Well, this thing doesn't really like me at the moment, and I'm not a fan of it. All right. I am going to bonus action Misty Step to the rope that's dangling, grab hold, and pull myself with my movement the rest of the way into the pocket dimension with Coco. I
And
can go
we'll
30 feet with Misty Step.
Oh, you're misty stepping. Okay. So yeah, that'll
Yep,
that won't.
30.
that-
Yep.
Okay.
Grab, I already thought of that. Nope. So and then once inside, he's gonna kind of duck his head out and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts down at the one on the deck.
Okay.
Pew pew.
Yes
17 and 11.
and no.
For 8 points of force damage.
Okay. And as you hit that, you see its blood starting to pour a little bit from its mouth as it's taking a quite a beating at this point. It's up. It still has 2 targets within range, so it's going to try and grapple the one of the rhinos and the one in front of him, the one that was next to Garvin.
We'll say Barry.
15 hits, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, AC 11. Yeah, they're really low AC.
That's 20 points of damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to try and bite him with his. Oh God.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's
That
not
sir
surviving
is an ex-rhinoceros.
Mining for the fjords.
And that was
Yeah.
that was without advantage. I mean, without. Hold on, I got to do 4 more d8.
Oh no.
So that's another 13.
Only
So
13.
45, 65 points of damage.
No, Barry just goes.
So the bite. He
That-
takes a bite at him and he
that
just
face spirit
poofs.
goes back to the Feywild.
And the creature lets out this screech of rage as its meal just disappears in front of its face.
Oh God.
All right, Coco.
Okay, so the one that tried to carry me off, how close or how far is it at this point?
That is now 80 feet away from you.
Is it flying away, or is it like? Does it look like it's trying to circle round?
No,
What is it? Is it
it's just moved away from the thing that hurt it.
okay?
But
Yeah.
it's got
So
a
it's not-
rhino.
it's
It's
not
got a
ret-
rhino in its talons right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
You
not
can't hear
retreating.
much of
it's-
anything though.
Is it? Does it look like it's just trying to leave because it's got what it came for, or does it
y-
look like it's
It's hard to tell. I mean,
Hard to tell?
it's grabbed. All it's done so far is
All right.
grabbed the thing and moved away.
grabbed a rhino and tried to fly away? And what about the other one?
It's still on the deck.
Still on the deck. Okay, well, Coco's gonna shimmy partway down the rope and pull out her. What actually does she have? Her short bow. And I had a moment of, God, what ranged weapons do I have? I never use them. And just take a couple of take a pot shot at the one that's still on the ship.
Okay.
It's not as impressive as anything else she does, but she also doesn't want to get too far from the other one in case it circles back and starts making trouble. So
24 will hit.
yeah, okay. So we're gonna do a very impressive 1d6 plus 5 here for a whopping 8 points of damage.
Okay. You still get sneak attack with that.
Do I? Oh.
You have an ally with it's adjacent to it. One of the rhinos
Phenomenal.
is there.
Good job, Gary. All right. There we go.
15 more points of damage.
15
Okay.
more points.
Okay. Yeah, it's not looking.
That
very
is
good at all.
definitely better than 8.
All right, Murray.
Yeah. Ah, fuck. Okay. Yeah, use them as bait. Just make them fuck off. Shit. Okay.
No.
I mean, the one on the deck is looking pretty shitty, right? Like, it's
yeah.
not looking so high.
Yeah, he's not looking good.
All right.
If you don't kill it, I will.
Man, I'm gonna look at it. I'm like, you did this to yourself. Hope your mate can feed your young for you. And I cast Blight.
Bless you.
That is a con save. I mean, it's probably got a lot of con, but I mean, it's also, yeah, con 17.
It fails.
It worked, Murray.
44 necrotic damage.
Good lord.
I finally fucking rolled more than a bunch of ones. My lowest was a 3.
44 as it
I
screeches
rolled a
out
1.
in pain. It's not dead though.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at it and be like, get out of here while you can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a beast, so I know it can't even get the gist of what I'm saying, but whatever, I'm trying, man.
Not a beast and not very intelligent. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I get it. It's just hungry, and it probably has young to feed. That's why the pair are out hunting. Yeah. But, you know, Gary's still there looking pretty tasty, so.
Is the ship still moving throughout this whole experience?
Yeah, it's the crew is scattered, but so you're kind of just coasting. But yeah.
So my storm sphere is like way that way.
It's not moving. It's only been 1 round since you cast it, so it's not that far. But
Okay.
yeah, it's your turn, by the way.
How far is my storm sphere from this giant bird in front of me on the deck?
What about him?
How far is Burb from Ball?
You haven't moved, so he's still 10 feet.
No, from the storm sphere that has now
Oh,
drifted
that one?
farther from us.
Because the boat is moving, yeah.
Let's see. It was 40 before, so we'll say it's 80.
And how far is it from the other Burb?
That one's gonna be 100 feet because it went to the other side of basically other side of where it was before.
Cool, it's worthless. We're gonna dismiss it. And then we're gonna catapult. Dexterity save, please. The closer burb.
Oop. Fails.
Does fail. Correct. 9 damage.
9. It's still alive.
Okay.
Wow.
And then we're gonna quick in a firebolt. 16
pretty.
hit.
Yeah, you hit.
13 damage.
Okay. Still alive.
What? Okay.
All right. The other one is going to try and beak the rhino it has on it. That's a 20. That's a dirty 20
Oh,
for
yeah,
another
AC 11.
23 points of damage
Ooh, it's exactly its HP.
as it squawks out in rage. It's gonna fly back onto the ship. Well, there's only one person right in the middle of the ship at the moment. Everybody else has kind of moved away. So Adrian's gonna try and make a talent attack on you.
Come at me, bruh.
25.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna hit me. Pretty hard.
You take 24 points of slashing damage, and you're now
That's fine.
grappled as
That's
it has
also
you
fine.
grasped in its claws, and it moves 20 feet off the ground as that's the rest of its movement. You're oh no, that's a different bird. All right, so your rhinos, you still have one left.
I still have Gary. Gary is now going to finish the work that So the rock that took Adrian is out of his reach, right? It's already like.
Yeah, it almost did just fly by. It was on the other side of where it was because Adrian's on the front of it. The rhino was on the back side.
All right, Gary, kick his ass. So the one that I blighted, basically. Oh, +7 to hit, 2d8 +5 +7. So this +7. Boop. So 11 +7, 18. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay, so 2d8 +5. 14 piercing damage as Gary buries his
Okay.
horn up into the cloaca of the rock, I'm assuming.
Oh.
Yeah, I can smell what the rock is cooking.
Ugh.
All right, it's still alive,
Why?
however.
I hate myself too. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so that's basically his whole.
That's his turn.
Yeah.
All right, Sahiri.
We're gonna try to toll it to death. We've got to be getting close on this one.
Fails again. God, I can't roll squat.
Good.
Dude, how many
Continue.
Of these big fights have died to Toll the Dead? All of them?
Many.
A lot
Okay.
of
Excuse me,
them, yeah.
23.
It screams out in
off.
pain as its head just rings with the sounds of this bell, and it collapses onto the deck. You hear the other one scream in rage.
Well, oh yeah, never mind.
Garvin.
Probably
Jump
mates.
straight
How far is the other one in the air?
It's 20 feet above the ship with Garvin, with
Okay.
Adrin in his talons.
Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. Okay. Going to poke my head out and going to cast Summon Fae and summon my little Fae spirit friend.
Okay.
And he is going to be fuming, I guess. Yeah, fuming. And he's gonna immediately attack I think he takes his turn after mine, right? Let's
I
see.
think it is, or it's with your turn or something like that.
Shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. Okay.
'Kay.
And I'm gonna pull myself kind of back in and just let him do his thing. He's been commanded to slay the beast, so he's just gonna keep going to town. For him, that's a what on the first go. But
Ouch.
wait, he gets advantage. He gets advantage because of fuming.
Okay.
So a 11 plus. Oh well, he would add a 7 on the first go. His attack roll. Sorry, they don't have anything on the sheets automatic for this. It's terrible. It's
Huh.
the only
Yeah.
complaint about this. Your spell attack modifier. So that is a +9. So 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, he takes 8 points of piercing damage and 2 points of force damage.
Say the damage again. I saw the
8
7.
points of piercing and 2 points of force.
So 10 total. Okay.
Actually, no, it's 11 plus 2, so 13 total.
Oh, okay. Let's add 3 more. Okay, got it.
And that's it.
Okay. Coco.
Well, if it ain't broke, shoot it again.
Save me, Coco.
Yeah, how far is Adrian from me at this point?
Oh, I'm.
It's
100%
20 feet off the ship, so it's and you guys are 40 feet, so it's 20 feet away from you.
And Adrian is still visibly firmly grappled.
Yep.
Okay.
Adrian is not a strong boy.
Coco's not a strong bird either, so she's not gonna try and play tug of war with it over Adrian.
Yeah.
Ooh. On the other hand, just a moment. All right, I don't know if this is gonna work, but Coco's gonna try something different. Let me just look up just to be sure. Just to be sure of the thing. That might not work, but so the bird Kogo's going to create a minor illusion about 15 feet ahead of the bird of a big red ball, like a giant red bouncy ball, 5 foot in diameter, directly in front of the bird, and see if that'll distract it for a little bit.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
She's hoping to sort of swerve it off course because it's not super bright. It's a bird.
Yep.
And so to to buy us an extra round or so, because just shooting it is not going to do much. She's shooting arrows. Like,
Okay.
what's it going to do, right? So that's the attempt.
All right. Murray.
Big red ball going right in its way, so forcing it to like detour, swerve, whatever.
So I give Gary a wink. Hey, tell Larry and Barry thanks for their help, and you can go. And I point at the eagle at the rock, and I cast polymorph. I want to turn him into a goose.
It's still
Wisdom
gonna bite
save.
me.
Wisdom 17. It can't carry you. It's a goose.
Oh, I was just gonna dimension door anyway.
So you want it to? You're
Oh,
gonna
you
turn
can
it
still
into
do
a
that.
goose.
I'm gonna turn the rock into a goose. Yeah.
You said wisdom 17.
Wiz 17. Yeah. A goose.
Pussy.
Okay, so the way fall damage works
Yep. Yep.
is you're gonna take the damage immediately. So,
Yep.
because falls.
I'm
immediate.
landing on water.
No, you're above the ship, but it's only 20 feet, so it's not a huge deal anyway. So
Ship's been
A
moving.
goose. Yeah.
it hasn't moved
Now we got
since
an
your
angry-
turn.
We got an angry
2d6.
cobra chicken. It's great.
It's just 2d6.
Whatever.
Oh my god!
Bet 12 damage.
12.
Wow.
Ow.
That's fine.
The fact that I rolled
just
two
max
sixes
it.
was so. It
Adrin's looking tired.
it also falls and takes the same amount of damage. How many? How many?
And
How
turns
much?
back
it's-
into a giant.
But
bird.
it's a goose. It's a flying animal. It's flying and it's a flying animal.
But it
'Cause
wasn't.
It doesn't
in-
realize it's turned into a flying animal. It's gonna keep flying because it was flying.
And I
True.
was
That's
at
true.
its feet,
That's true.
or at its talons, not anywhere
Yeah.
above it. I wouldn't drag it
It just
down.
got a shitload lighter and a shitload
Yeah.
slower.
Its
Okay,
little feet can no
I'll-
longer even wrap around me, so it's just let. Oh,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. So, all right. Adrin.
Goose.
I've seen Murray do this before. I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
shoot
I'm,
it.
I'm staring at this thing like I'm eyeballing this because it's concentration and Gary's gone. Like as soon as I cast it,
Yeah, and I've
I'm like,
seen
I'm
you do this
eyeballing
before.
guy, like, yeah, oh yeah, I've polymorph shit. I polymorph Coco. She was a kitty.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do anything except probably start wiggling and scratching my back on the deck now because I have to. Wild magic surges.
I gotta
Oh,
find a
I'll
closest
yell
picture of a
out
goose.
like, I mean, just let it go, you know.
Yeah.
Just let it go at this point. Shut up.
And it's a. I heard that.
That was Cookie in the bottom of the ship.
Oh boy. And it's a standard polymorph, not a true polymorph. So after a minute, it'll just kind of. Okay.
It's 1 hour.
1 hour. That's right.
It's concentration for an hour, and I'm concentrating like a motherfucker. It's just gonna be a really mad, slightly smallish bird. So it'll tucker itself out, and it might fuck off.
Well, they float though, so it might just settle on the water and be like, "Oh, this is neat. This is new," and then turn back into a rock and sink.
I mean, it's literally
A
a
little.
goose. When you're polymorphed, it thinks like a goose. It basically is a goose. So yeah, if it's hungry, it might just start dabbling. I don't fucking know, man. It's just let's get us away from it.
So it turns up and you see it. It kind of freaks out a little bit because it's so far off of land that geese. This type of goose is probably not big on being out this open water, and it turns and it starts trying to find land. So it starts flying away.
But Murray cast it. Would it not be
Bye
a
bye,
Canada
birdie.
goose?
Oh yeah, oh no, it's a cobra chicken. It's a Canada goose.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, it's still not big over flying over open ocean.
Yeah,
That's
no.
valid. Me either.
Yeah,
So, but it's heading back towards shore.
yeah.
So if you guys are
Captain
leaving it
thinks, "Go, go,
alone,
go, go."
you guys are free to be out of combat at this point.
Yeah,
As
we
the
don't need
sun
to
is
kill
burning.
everything.
For the next 3 minutes, I'm burning all of my second level spell slots for gust of wind into the sails to give us a little bit of extra speed. Because if that thing gets picked off by if it gets stung by a bee, it might come back as a very, very, very pissed off rock.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys
Blap blap blap.
back to sailing again. which I think we're going to take a quick break. I know it's later than we normally do, but I think everybody needs, after that, combat needs a little bit of a step back after that. So, guys, hang with us. We'll
Potty
be back
break.
in about 5 minutes. We'll come back and then we'll finish up the night. So, hang tight. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes.